Bubble Busters!
My name is Alex. I work at a factory owned by a famous company. Working at a factory means that I create the products that are sold to the general public. It isn't seen as a prestigious job in society, but you could say it's a powerful occupation that sustains the world, I guess. Such is where I work, but the CEO of the company was a very difficult man. He replaced his now retired father as CEO not too long ago. But he was known to be not lazy, but one of those naive bon vivants you sometimes hear about. He's not working at all in that CEO position his father passed on to him, and would chastise the factory workers, saying, "This work ain't for humans, bro." Ever since the second CEO was in office, the working environment had definitely changed for the worse, and we, the workers, weren't satisfied. One day, the new CEO paid the factory a visit. "Hey there." "Oh jeez, what a grotty place as usual." "Oh, Mr. CEO, good afternoon." "Plus it stinks like hell. How can you possibly work here?" Was there anything I could do for you?" "I just came to visit you low-life workers in this armpit of filth." "You got anything to say?" "Low-lives. Who do you think keeps this factory going, you nut job?" "Damn, keep it together, man." He started to look around, wandering this way and that. Quite the nuisance. "Hi there, Grandpa. Don't slack off and get back to work. You want me to cut your pay?" I'm sorry, sir." The gentleman that the CEO insulted is a veteran worker who's been employed for decades. His work is godlike, but he's still very sympathetic. And he's been taking great care of us since we first started working here. We call this veteran of ours Papa Joe, and we love him dearly. But still though, it's sad for a grandpa like that working in this pit. I'd be so embarrassed. I'd wish the sky would break open and swallow me up. It's the ground that should break open, dimwit. How the hell would you get to the sky even? Pardon me, sir, but I must protest your words. Regardless of age or of occupation, there's no scale of good or bad in work, is there? I was furious at how he humiliated Papa Joe, and before I could stop myself, I'd uttered those words. Oh, I really did it this time. The frick? So a drainage rat like yourself gonna pick a fight with your CEO, huh? I have no intention of arguing, I assure you. However, it is because of our hard work that the factory is always operational and satisfactory, is it not? I believe it's wrong to call such work sad or embarrassing. Huh? You're really getting on my nerves. Work at factories? Please, anyone can do all that. Even robots can do it. This isn't even a job for people. Change my mind, you insect. He uttered those ridiculous things out of nowhere and left. I was just working as usual. Oh, what a day.
Alex, you mustn't say such blasphemy to the CEO.
I'm sorry, Papa. I just couldn't keep it together after what he did to you.
Oh, darling. My dear Alex, you're so sexy. I thought you were just my colleague, but... oh, what's happening to me?
Oh no, please don't make this snowball into a cheesy romance story. Please! I'm a pass on the middle-aged office love.
I'm just kidding, you bozo.
The kidding be overboard, sir. But, after what transpired that day, something bad happened. It happened on the much-awaited payday. I looked for my pay of the month with an excited spirit. But I found that only $500 had been deposited. 500? What the? This isn't a student's part-time job! Hello? I sprinted to the top office in a panic. I suppose there was some kind of mistake and got the wage wrong. However, no matter how many times I checked and confirmed, the wage of $500 was official and correct. What have we here? What brings you to my office, low-life factory worker? Mr. CEO, sir, what's the meaning of this $500 wage? This can't be right! Eh? Factory work ain't even for humans, remember? $500 is plenty for wages. I'll lower the bar to equal your ground zero status, bro. Underpayment? Pardon me, sir, but any reason you offer won't be enough to excuse this treachery. For that kind of work that anyone could do, $500 is more than enough. You little catfish. He discarded me outside the office as though I were garbage. This is outrageous. I went to talk with Papa Joe. That's when I found out that his pay was also $500. Additionally, there were personnel other than us whose pay was severed. So, you guys were also paid no more than $500, huh?
Yeah, the other day the CEO called me little high school graduate worker. I knew he looked down on us, but I never thought he'd do something this cruel. He called me a disgusting geek who could only find this job out of university. I mean, I do admit I'm an introvert, but still.
Doesn't matter if he went to college or not, he still condescends us severely. So, in other words, he just wants to insult us and nothing else. According to what I heard, only workers who were hated by the CEO had their pay reduced to breadcrumbs.
We don't need to be pushed around by that shithead CEO any longer. Listen up, everyone, because I have an idea.
Papa Joe gathered all those whose pay was cut and proposed something intriguing. As I got on board, all I wanted was to spit in the face of that piece of trash CEO. Prepare yourself! Trouble busters! We all submitted resignation notices. The CEO laughed and said, "We'll be fine no matter how many of you resign. You won't find another job in any case." But, actually, we'd already found our next place of employment. Papa Joe is quite famous in this domain, and he's apparently had offers from other companies on multiple occasions. He contacted one of them saying,
As long as you hire some young colleagues of mine together, I'm all for it.
a certain factory accepted his wishes, and we would all be working there soon enough. This company has lots of connections, and its performance was on the rise, enough to attract public attention. Papa, thanks so much for giving us this opportunity to work for such a gold mine.
Oh, no need to thank me. But, Alex dear, seems we'll be working in the same space again, darling.
What did I tell you about making this cheesy?
I'm kidding, bozo. Talk about timing. We were in need of factory workers. We feel blessed that you and your friends came to us, Alex.
Mr. CEO, sir, I'll do my best.
I'll do my best too. And so will I, Mindy.
And that's how we started to work at our new jobs. Whatever happened to spitting in the other CEO's face, you ask? Well, to be honest, us resigning was all part of the plan. A while after resigning, I was contacted by the CEO directly. Hello? Ahoy, Mr. CEO, sir?
I beg you, I'll make your pay whatever you desire. Just please come back.
Oh, pray tell, what is the meaning of this? I don't understand much, but it seems our old CEO is in quite the panic attack. According to what he had to say,
Mr. CEO, sir, it appears we have quite the onslaught of complaints from our partners. Complaints? What about? The transaction services are terrible. The deliveries are late. Complaints we've never had before, really. Why the hell, though? I'll ring them up right now.
it seems they've been swamped with complaints ever since we resigned. The CEO, suspicious, called them to obtain more details. In response, he was interrogated.
So many anomalies in such a short time can't be right. Tell me exactly what happened.
Our old CEO replied calmly.
Well, a bunch of factory workers went on permanent strike the other day, and now that the useless vermin are gone, things should be smoother now, shouldn't they?
He even went to state our names. The answer from the partner was,
That, Mr. Alexander? If he's truly resigned, the partnership is off. We can't associate with you anymore.
all the other partners were in unanimity. If Mr. Alexander's resigned, we're done. He was bombarded with phone calls stating these things. Without the slightest clue of what's going on, he finally came to beg for our return after all this time. You see, we were in charge of something very important back at our old factory. Managing the manufacturing machinery, of course, but we also handled the transactions between our business partners really well. Even if it was something inconsequential, we discussed thoroughly until we both fully understood everything about our situations. It seems too obvious, but this is something only people who've been doing this job for many years can take on. Because of this, we were very much trusted and respected by our business partners. Now that we're gone, perhaps the factory was in a commotion over managing all that. The product quality dropped so low, the business partners personally complained. A few days later, to our surprise, our former CEO came to our new workplace himself. Please, I beg you, come back to our factory. After all this time, who do you think you are? Your wages. I'll double them from before. Please, please. Double the $5,000? So, $1,000? You've got to be kidding me. No, that's not what I mean. That was all a harmless joke. Plus, factory work isn't for people, is it? Then why not leave the job to robots?
Here. How about you let the Iron Giant and R2-D2 handle everything? Yeah. If you really want us back, isn't there something else you want to save?
I hire you back to our factory. I beg you.
He was trembling from head to toe, and his forehead literally touched the ground. Bruh, his acting is terrible, goddammit. But we have no obligation to return, even after his apology. We decline. Goodbye. We all declined his offer. A few months later. So after this fiasco, our former workplace continued to receive negative reviews from the public, and business partners started to dwindle. Their performance as a business also struck rock bottom, and the CEO's reputation was completely destroyed. Yep, they were in the red, and the replacement of CEO would take time. Nah, they'll probably go bankrupt. Meanwhile, we're working in high spirits in a new factory. Among the new business partners, a few were some we've collaborated with before, and there have been instances where I could work together with a familiar face. Our former CEO said that literally anyone could do factory work, but taking care of the small things in the factory and conducting smooth meetings with knowledgeable folk is a job not many are able to do. It's a clockwork enterprise where we, the workers, and the gears each do their part to make it all run smoothly. I hope our former CEO now realizes that, with his company heading towards his grave. Doesn't matter. Too late anyway. Trouble Busters!